Price action continues to be challenging for the last 4 days. Down today, minus 38.50. On the week, we are down this Monday. So around break even on the month, still up on the month and quarter, ahead of where we were at the end of June. But we started a new portfolio on July the 10th, and we had a nice winning streak. We had a strong start to the month, and then we had 4 winning days in a row, and then now we've had 4 losing days in a row. And so we're almost back to break even, and it's just a choppy market environment. Really low VIX, extremely. I'm surprised at the level of choppiness in this market, given where we are. I'll go over that in a minute. And we are, right around 10% from an end of day drawdown, but up on the quarter. So the market has just been more difficult to trade in July. And we'll go over the price action and the narrow ranges as well. We have FOMC on Wednesday. I'm sending out the FOMC trader to subscribers that we can trade on Wednesday. We have tomorrow's trade. We trade regular tomorrow, and then turn all strategies off. Trade FOMC trader on Wednesday, and then trade the other strategies Thursday through Thursday, Friday, and Monday for the last 3 trading days of the month. So we have 5 trading days left on the month, and we are based on this price action. We go through long periods of sideways markets and choppies, and then we get this really good trends. And we're at a period of time, I think, with earnings and the FOMC on Wednesday, where we could get some. Our FOMC trader is different. It can trade the chop, but after Wednesday, on Thursday, Friday, and Monday, I think we could get some really big moves in the market. The market has been really unusually choppier than normal on an intraday basis, harder to trade than normal, and so a lot of back and forth. Let's go over the market and the trades on the day. We remain at the lowest VIX since the pandemic started. The VIX is down here at 13.9, stuck in this level. I'm surprised at how narrow this market is. The NASDAQ right here made 52-week highs right there last Thursday, or actually last Wednesday, and then Thursday was a sell-off day. Friday was a holding pattern type of day, and then today was a holding pattern type of day. No follow-through, no reversal, no nothing. After a day like today, it's kind of interesting with such a low VIX. And the NYSE ticks still remain in such a narrow range. Advanced decline line surged and then pulled back, and so the market had a divergent. It keeps doing this where it opens up and then it has this dump at the open, and then it pulls back up, and it's kind of a stop running price action. Then it converges, and then it diverged. It went narrower and narrower, then it went wider and wider. And so some of the toughest price action as we go into this. I'm surprised that the market didn't have, after last Thursday sell-off, I'm surprised the market didn't have a follow-through yesterday, on Friday or today. Sometimes, the market sells off, goes sideways, and then sells off again, or, sells off, and then the next day it sells off, and then it consolidates, or, it's 2 days of consolidation after a day like this. And I would have thought that, I still anticipate the market to move higher, but after a day like this, I thought there'd be a little bit more on the downside and then a reversal again to the upside, but we will see what will happen. Just continue to be surprised at how narrow these ranges are. We do have FOMC on Wednesday, but oftentimes the market will rally, has been rallying ahead of some of the important economic news events, and so it's very intent on holding up this 15,500 level in the NASDAQ. Previously it really held up 15,000. It's been a long time, multiple days, couple of 3 weeks holding up 15,000. Now it's pulled back to 15.5, trying to hold up 15.5. So we'll see what happens. The number of trend days has been rapidly decreased, and even on days when the market is up, it's been a choppy uptrend back here earlier in July, and so it's been unusual month from the perspective of how choppy and narrow the daily ranges are. So it is good to be up. At least we're up on the month. We stopped trading at the end of June, and then we waited for a drawdown to start. And so continue to research new strategies. I posted a strategy today, and it's about a concentrated signal strength market position trader for the NASDAQ. Something to look at and consider in my trading that I may add and trade as well. More research involved on that. Let's look at the trading system signals on the day. The S&P strategies were actually 3 for 5 on the day and up on the day. And you see Tick Wave was kind of a break-even trade, just tough price action to trade. But the opening chops were beneficial. Got the short, got the long, and then this one got the short, got the long. These two were up on the day on the opening chop 2. Tick Chop News was up on the day. Get the short, the long, and then the short. And so the market was just stubbornly propped up. As you can see that in the S&P, we were looking at the NASDAQ previously, and the S&P has had 2 gap ups since last Thursday's sell-off. Gap up, gap up. The Dow has had 11 up days in a row, and so just kind of a rotation. I would think that the NASDAQ will come back into the fold and rally again as well. And we'll see if that happens before the Fed meeting or after the Fed meeting. It's difficult to predict. NASDAQ, the Viper, up on the day, 1 winner, 1 loser, exit at the end of the day at a small loss here. And then EVP1, this has been one of our favorite strategies that has underperformed lately. It just took this long trade at the open, and these were historically some of our best signals, but we're just getting this strong momentum at the open, which has worked really well for us to go long and not wait. And then now the strong momentum at the open, you're getting this dump, and so and then the market does this stop running. So EVP1, 3 losses today on this setup, long, short, long, and then the long only had 2 losses. So this is a big I guess dog of our strategies right now is the EVPs. AT 2022 had another losing day, minus 725. This opening trade setup has been challenging. NASDAQ in general, if you just look at the price action, and it's about as random, choppy, and narrow ranging as it gets. Like I said, it had a wide range, then it converged, and then it diverged. So tick long aggressive, just stopped out the low there on the pretty much the time and price of that move. And momentum reversal, couldn't get the short trade going. I really thought there would be more short side to this market. Market kept posturing higher. I thought it was going to roll over at the end of the day, and we were going to be in a situation where we had short strategies going. But I thought we were going to be in a situation where we're posturing higher all day for an end of day sell-off, but there's just no follow through on the downside. So interesting market environment. Looking forward to tomorrow's trade, pre-Fed trade, to see if the market rallies ahead of the Fed. Looking forward to FOMC trade on the day, and looking forward to more favorable price action before the end of the month. Like I said, there's 5 trading days left, and so far July has not been that favorable. A longer term chart, you can see some of these trades. We started the month here in July. We didn't trade. You can see the holiday chop, and then we didn't trade this. We waited for the market to go through a drawdown, and it did during the holiday chop and during this time period. You can see how choppy this day was. This day was choppy. Gap up, run, boom. This was a little trendy. This one was pretty choppy. This one was trendy, and then chop. This was a choppy sell-off, choppy. And so about 3 days in here that were favorable. See, 1, 2, 3. This one maybe could have been favorable, but it was pretty choppy instead. So challenging trading on the month so far. So things go in cycles, and we are in this extremely choppy cycle, and usually the market will make a move for the end of the month. It's not up much on the month. The NASDAQ closed right here, and it's up about, what, 200 points maybe at best on the month. So looking forward to trading the last 5 trading days of the month. Those are the trades on the day for Monday, July the 24th, 2023.
Hey, David Bean here. Welcome to Capstone Trading Systems YouTube page. Be sure to subscribe to join our community of algorithmic traders. We are real money traders. We share our winning streaks, we share our losing streaks, as well as market updates, strategies, and coding tips.